What is up, gamers and gals and guys and gaffs? This is pod 13 of our Epic Gamer podcast. You already know. It's time for another week of complaining about games journalism, games, and new games. So, Poggers. I'm here with Kirby, and I'm Meta.
Yup. Yeah, 13. Wow, that's a lot.
Wow, that's a brutal number. I guess our first story here is that Helldivers 2 is still doing pretty good. I know a lot of our friend group has stopped playing it, but they do like it.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a game that I haven't played. But it looks like Destiny 2 that's in third person. Am I wrong?
Yeah, to me it gives me like kind of like, yeah, it's like third person, or it's kind of more like Anthem, except I don't think you can like jetpack around or anything like that. But
okay.
Yeah, to me it just looks like I'm trying to think, like, to me it looks kind of like Star Wars meets Anthem.
Okay.
But
sure. Yeah, I guess it does look more Anthem-esque than anything else. But the story we found, I guess, is the CEO's goal is, since they've fixed about 100,000 bugs, their goal is to now make the game a live service success instead of a live service flop.
yeah,
Which is interesting. There have been a lot of live service games that have died. More recently, now I don't know what we define as live service. Does Fortnite count as live service? I guess it does, right? Because there's always content coming out.
Yeah, I think anything that has like a battle pass or, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if subscription would count as like a live service, because that's kind of a different model. But
Okay.
I mean, I guess battle passes are sort of like in a way a subscription.
Well, yeah, kind of. In a lot of games, the battle passes are needed, especially. Now I've gotten into Clash Royale and Brawl Stars. I know, mistake. And I haven't bought the battle passes, but I will say, just looking at them, it seems like it's basically a necessity if you want to be competitive.
Yeah, it was sort of. I remember we got into Destiny, and the battle pass there. It's not necessary, but it's definitely a big help with.
Yeah.
In terms of like, you don't have to grind as much. All you have to do is pretty much grind the battle pass, and it'll give you like the required stuff for that like expansion.
Yeah, it's done easy.
But yeah, I think, just another live service game. I think eventually, I don't see how it's sustainable to do this, because like whenever you have so many options, you have to start picking and choosing. And I prefer the original live service of MMOs,
what's that?
of course.
Oh.
The subscription of MMOs, boys.
I should have seen that coming. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. I think MMOs are a much better value proposition, given that like the content is so much deeper and so much more expansive. But I know some people just can't stand them. I think they're wrong. Wrong. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting if they could keep the success going. I know everyone, like probably all of our friends in our little friend group, probably I'd say about 6 out of the 10 or whatever have played Helldivers 2. They liked it for like 3 weeks, and then I've never seen him back on or talk about it ever again. So, in my experience, it hasn't done well, but that doesn't mean much. Maybe it is still doing really well.
Yeah, I mean that's how every game is. You get like a big player spike at the beginning, and then it sort of just trickles out from there.
Mm-hmm.
It goes down usually.
Yeah.
Oh my!
And I think it is a little too early in in the timeline to really call how Helldivers is gonna do. I think you have to give it a little more time to cook and either taste bad or taste great. So.
Yeah, gotta wait till season 1. All right.
No, I can't, dude. That makes me want to jump off a bridge. Season 1 out of 1,000. Fuck me.
My favorite is like whenever a really bad live service game comes out and people who want to defend it are like, just wait till season 1, it'll fix everything, and I'm like, oh my.
Coke.
Oh. The game's bad now. It's gonna be still bad. Yeah.
I think this one is more your baby, so I'll let you.
Yeah, I just had this.
Take us off.
I had this thought the other day while I was trying to find something to like watch while playing Final Fantasy 14, and I've been getting like behind on there's like a series I watch on YouTube, and I've been getting behind on it, and then there's just so many other videos that I wanted to watch. I was like, oh my. So I just realized I'm not going to have the time to watch everything because there is just so much media out there. I mean, even video games, there's just so many of them that you're never going to be able to play all of them. So you have to be selective with what you play.
And I think that happens with all media.
Yeah. I personally think it's a good thing because it usually, weeds out media that's not good. So
yeah, and that happens in everything. I mean, music. Occasionally you find someone who makes great music, but they're not big because no one's found them. But I guarantee if you show that music to someone else, they probably don't think it's that good, and that's probably why it never has done well. It's just kind of the ecosystem that all media has. I think, too, as a consumer, I think there's a perfect balance. I'm kind of curious how you feel about this. I do believe there's a balance between, testing out new media and sticking with, old media or old shows. I do feel like you have to give them a bit of a chance. You kind of occasionally have to be like, all right, I'll try this. Because otherwise you're just going to be watching the same shit forever, and that just doesn't work.
Yeah.
What? Choir?
Do you want to talk about our next story, or?
Yeah, we probably should move on. TikTok's indie games. So neither of us have TikTok, but people are streaming I don't want to say crappy because that's a little brutal, but they're streaming really simplistic games on there to pretty decent success. There's this weird one specifically mentioned in this article that we found, and I've seen this before. Is crying? It's like Crying Baby or Stop.
Please stop crying.
Please stop crying. A lighthearted horror game. And there's even I found one on the App Store today that I imagine will be on TikTok too, called it's like Glowing Baby. Oh, it's something weird, but the baby's evil, its eyes closed and stuff. Yeah. And then there's this other game which I've never seen, but there's That's Not My Neighbor, where you're a doorman in 1955, which is kind of funny. A little bit of a piss take. Yeah, I don't know. It seems weird. I don't get a lot of entertainment from watching simplistic games like that, but then again, I'm an adult and TikTok's designed for children, so
Yeah, that's true. Though. A lot of baby games, but
a lot of baby get boom.
I guess it kind of makes sense because, like, I remember there's this one game. I think people still play it, but it's like don't play with Emily or something like that.
Okay.
Or Emily wants to play. I think is what it is.
Boom. Yeah.
But it was like
That was my
really
ex-girlfriend and I's foreplay. What?
It was it was like really simplistic. And I remember like kind of any YouTuber that was in like that was like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye played it. I think PewDiePie might have. Or like I remember Dachi Games. I watched him play it a bunch because he loved it, like taking simplistic games and just playing the absolute heck out of them. So,
oh, here it is. It's called The Baby in Yellow. And it's a horror game where you take care of a baby.
What the?
I have a feeling it came about from games like this. There's even Satan in the game, it looks like. So there you go. You have that to look forward to. That's nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that was to be fair, that was kind of the king of the genre of like the YouTube genre by then, is like just like that simplistic games combined with people just screaming.
Yeah. No, it was perfect because like I was 12 and I absolutely loved watching all of Dashi's videos. So I was just like, oh my god, this is awesome, guys.
Oh my god, guys! But yeah, it looks really cute. It just makes me laugh. I don't know. I can't deal with TikTok. It's too much of just like stimulation for me. But I mean, obviously the indie devs don't care. They've finally got some success, and so that's good for them. We always love to see indie devs taking a dub. Any day of the week. Yeah, I think we move on since we're done talking about baby games now. No. Why do we prefer FF14 over all of their MMOs? And especially, I mean, over all of the other games, because you and I play a variety of games, but yet we still choose to play a 10-year-old MMO that still looks great.
Yeah.
Why do you play it?
I play it mainly because I think it's a really chill game for the most part. Like the MSQ, you can pretty much do it on autopilot because usually the like raids and stuff they have you do for the main quest are like pretty simplistic. Like as long as you know like your basic rotation, you can get through all of them. It's whenever you start doing like hard raids or savage raids where you have to like get a group together and coordinate a lot better. The other thing that I really enjoy is just the so you have like the Disciples of War, which are basically the combat classes, and then you have Disciples of Land and Disciples of the Hand. And so what I enjoy is just like mining. I just like how the it's just chill, you can just veg out and level up your mining, and then that can help you with your blacksmithing, for example, or that's what I like, how you can gather the materials and you can make like really good stuff just by leveling up all of your classes, and that's I think that's the best thing about FF2 is that you can just switch different classes and it's all in one character.
Oh yeah. I mean that is dope. And not a lot of MMOs actually have that where you can do multiple classes on the same character. They usually try to segregate you off so you have to participate in their systems or whatever, their other game systems. They're like, you're gonna play this way and like it, motherfucker. Like that's kind of how they roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fully agree. I really do think that the strengths of Final Fantasy are a lot of the strengths of MMOs in general. They just seem to have done a really good job of catering more towards casuals, because all MMOs cater towards competitive people, and so I think that helps quite a bit. My favorite aspects are being able to have anime on one screen and do useless stuff on the other. I mean, yeah, it's a complete waste of my time, but it's not really, because it's just relaxing, and that's all that matters. So yeah, I really do enjoy that aspect. That's probably my favorite aspect, is the fact that you can just do nothing and still like be watching something or doing something else. I'm a big fan of like doing multitasking jobs like that.
Yeah. I wonder how you feel about this, but whenever Final Fantasy 14 first came out, if you, for example, if you wanted to play the tank class, you would need the arms strength. I think it's the arms length ability. It was actually tied to the pugilist class, so you would have to like level up the pugilist class first to get one of your like main tank abilities. Do you think that would be a good system, or do you think that would be a bad system? Because I think personally that it would be cool if you could mix a couple like different class abilities from different classes onto others.
Yeah, so I do remember that a little bit, where you could kind of like multi-class. Isn't that kind of what it was, more or less? I mean,
yeah, kind of.
It was like multi-class light is kind of the vibe I always got. I think I would have said that I prefer it, but the longer I think about stuff like that, I really have to come to the conclusion that actually I don't think it's a good thing to have multi-classing like that. And I'll say it's because in a game, whenever you have classes that are supposed to function kind of like in one particular like vector, one particular direction, they are balanced compared to other classes. The issue with letting your your toothpaste mixed with your peanut butter, or however you want to put that, the issue with letting the classes bleed together is that all of a sudden the power level of one class or one ability begins to affect the power level of another class and their abilities, and so then balancing becomes a bit more of a nightmare. Now, do I care about balancing? Not really, because I'm not a competitive person, but I know a lot of people do, and I think it makes it easier on devs to not have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just a hot one, though. That's just too spicy to take for the gamers.
It might lead to some unbalanced things in like the PvP.
Sure.
But I think I don't know anyone who enjoys PvP in MMOs. I don't think anyone enjoys it.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think I know anyone that enjoys that either.
I think the only one that I maybe slightly enjoyed was Destiny 2, and that's because it was like it was basically just domination from Call of Duty. Even then, though, the abilities like ruined it.
1,000%. Damn, son, that's tough. Okay. I don't know. I love Final Fantasy, and I hope we continue to play it. It really is just such a fucking blast, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of another game that's a blast.
It wasn't me.
Rainbow Six Siege. Oh.
Yes.
Should they have 2 operator bands, which means that each team would have 4 operator bands in total? I think at this point, Like, so in League of Legends, whenever they had about like 100 characters, they started to give each team bans.
Yeah.
And then in Siege a couple years ago, they added where each team would get one operator ban per side. And then now, since I think they have so many operators, I think we could start seeing them maybe try out 2 operator bans.
Okay.
I think they should do like a special playlist where you can do this, but
And just try it and see what happens.
yeah, especially now since you have like multiple operators that can do the same thing.
Yeah.
And sort of fill the same roles.
Okay. Yeah,
How
I
do you
agree.
feel about it?
How many are we up to now?
I believe we're up to, I think we're 37 on attack and 36 on defense.
Okay, so let's just round up to like 75 for simplicity. So right now,
Yeah.
there are 4 total bans out of 75. That's about 5. That's about a 5% ban of all characters. So you're gonna go up to about a 10% if you up that to 8 and go over 75. Yeah, you're at a 10% ban. Yikes. Ooh. I think I like the idea of more bans even now. I think if you should test it, since they don't really have they don't have a PBE, do they?
I think they used to, but I don't think they do that anymore.
Yeah, they used to. I would do for one competitive season, I would try it out actually, just literally put it in the game and leave like the standard like uncompetitive matchmaking at 2 bans a team, but in the competitive playlist bring it up to 4, because in Siege like operator ban counts for quite a bit. While in a game like League, while the bans matter in League, I don't think, because there's so many characters that do the exact same job in League, I don't think it matters as much. Especially at a high level. I mean, at a high level of League, all those players can play like 20 characters essentially perfectly. So I don't think it matters quite as much. I think in Siege it really matters because the gadgets are always like surefire death, and I think it'd be interesting. I think you try it in competitive. I would like to see it only because I like to be forced into that box. And hell, at 100 operators, so since they're about to be at 75 operators, at 100 operators, I'd like to see up to 3 character bans a team.
Yeah, as well as I think in League there's no like attacking and defending side, so I think them having like 10 bans is like okay. Whereas in a game like Siege, 40 of the characters are specifically attackers, and then 40 are defenders. Mm-hmm. So I think in a game like Siege, each ban is like much more of value. So like as well, if you have 2 operator bans and if you can't ban all the hard breachers in the game.
No,
because they have 3 right now. And then as well as you have, the hard breach charge too. So really, I don't see a problem with it going up to 2 bans.
Okay.
The only thing I could see is maybe if you ban Bandit and Cade, then you're only gonna have like mute for disabling.
Yeah, it gets a little tricky on with certain roles too.
Yeah.
You could really, but to me that might be what makes it interesting. Let's say it's a competitive format and you're really just targeting one player. It could be interesting. Yeah, it's going to suck for that one guy, but he'd basically be taken out of the game or at least at a handicap. So if you really want to waste your resources on just gimping him, then go for it.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too about like competitive Siege is that once you get up to those high levels, people, a lot of the pros have like 6 to 7 mains, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So like
exactly.
if you target ban one of them, they can just switch to like their fourth or fifth main. It's just like okay.
Is it even
We
a
didn't
main
really
at
do
that
much
point?
there. Yeah.
Oh my god. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I guess since we're talking about competitive shooters and Siege, I guess we'll move on to the next story we found about the Valorant, the all-female, very sexist, all-female Valorant tournament that's in the UK, because of course it is. Where else would they be allowed to thrive with such commie ideas? No. I mean, that's cool. Whatever. I do think it is kind of funny though, because at the bottom of this article it talks about how like this chick is like one of the best in the world, and how this other one is like really really good, and she's been playing Siege forever or whatever, and then or Valorant. I mean, sorry, it's a Valorant tournament. And then the girl at the bottom, the one for the girl at the bottom is like, she's been playing competitively for 6 months. Oof. Okay. That's kind of savage, but I do think it's funny. And honestly, I really don't care. I think it's a good thing. Great. Have men's and women's esports leagues. I really don't care. I don't know. I haven't put much stock into like them playing together. I don't think it makes a big difference if you're a woman for video games. I mean,
No, it really doesn't. I think most of the orcs, though, they don't want to pick up a woman because if they have like 4 dudes and 1 woman, they just don't. I think they don't want to get into like any controversies. But I do remember specifically in Overwatch, I believe it was the Shanghai Dragons.
okay.
They hired like a female, like, and it was like 4 dudes, or no, it was like 5 dudes, because this was whenever Overwatch was 6v6, so it was 5 dudes, and she was like one of the tanks, and she actually performed pretty well, in the league, which is usually doesn't happen, because I remember in League of Legends, they tried to make that one team, I forget the name of it.
Oh yeah.
Like team like it was something like vicious something.
Yeah.
But it was like an all-female league team, and they played like competitive, and they lost like 15 matches and 1-0 or something like that. It turned out that like most of them were like silver, and like I think one of them was diamond 3, which is not a great rank, but
that's not a great rank at all.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I just found the picture for the thumbnail.
Oh no.
The name of this team was called Victus Esports.
There it is, yeah.
Now,
There's
what's
something with
funny
the V.
about that is I think they tried to take like Vivacious and Invictus and turn it into like Vivictus. Get it? Oh my god. And it's like a shadowy gamer girl with her ponytail sticking out of her hoodie.
Bro. Yeah, that's the team.
Oh my god, I'm weak.
Yeah, I don't personally care if they
I don't either.
if they have their own league, or if they even mix the two, but it just turns out that most professional teams are made of 5 dudes. And I think it would be interesting if one of these teams could qualify for like the regular league.
Yeah, like
I'm not sure.
And not being put in there, yeah.
Because I'm not sure, because I want to say Valorant is split up into 2 separate leagues. But I could be wrong on that.
What, like gender-wise?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, fuck me, it's not like we know.
I'm looking it up. Oh, why tournament split gender? This is from r/Valorant, I guess.
This is gonna be a hot one. Anytime we're talking about gender in the modern era, it's a fucking crime.
I guess just because it's the regular league is just mostly male dominated. I don't think they really say like you can't have women.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. That's a scary like thing for them to try to regulate. I'm not gonna lie, in today's world.
Oh yeah.
They probably just don't want to open up the can of worms.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was also. Yeah, I thought it was also interesting because in this female Valorant tournament, they're competing for 15 pounds, which roughly translates to
15,000 pounds.
Sorry, 15,000 pounds roughly translates to $18,000.
Damn.
Which isn't that much.
No, split 5 ways.
Well, going to the organization first. And then split 5 ways.
Oh, so like we're $2,000 maybe.
Yeah, I believe the winner of the tournament said we fought for a case of Red Bull or something. It's not the prize pool money. I just played because I had passion.
Bro. Yeah, I feel like if you're a professional, like, which is such a cringe thing, but if you're a professional like esports player, honestly, I think you just have to accept being poor, because unless it's like League or something, like a game or like a Dota where they give out like $1 million. But even then, I mean,
yeah,
you know, if you were to split $1 million 5 ways, which isn't going to happen. Let's say the org takes 10 at least, then you're left with 200. I mean, you'll go through that 200,000 in like 2 years if it's like your first time having that much money. And then you'll be poor again. So it really is just not a solid career, I don't think. I mean, maybe, but
yeah, or like that like the 16-year-old kid who won like the the like first Fortnite Invitational or whatever.
Yeah. It reminds me.
He got a pretty big boost, but I think
you have to stream.
Yeah, you can't really call yourself a competitive player, really, or like a professional player of a video game, in my opinion, unless you stream, because like that's the only way you're actually gonna make money.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, that's it. I was just gonna say you have to stream to really make money from that. And that means you have to also be entertaining. I mean, I've seen people that are really good at the game and are pros, but they don't have a stream because they fucking are dry, boring.
Yeah.
Dude, most competitive players are not like fun people unless they like play COD, because then they just are just loud, obnoxious people by default. I don't know. It's just true. Like league pros, I think drive me the crazy. Like they drive me nuts because they're just so fucking boring. Like, give me some emotion, give me some heat, like, really get them, you know?
Yeah, I like Call of Duty pros, but the thing is like, now they make them, you like can't say certain things on air anymore.
Oh boy.
You used to be able to like trash talk the enemy team after you won, but like if you still kind of can. But you can't like get up and like flash the middle finger because they like give you like a $2,000 fine.
Okay.
But you can like get up and yell at them. I mean.
All right.
Just like certain things you can't do. Like, they like fine you if you do anything that's deemed, you know.
That's fucking. Boring.
Not culture, but not kosher.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
So that's why COD's gotten so boring esports wise, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing too is like every pro that like was good at the game now either streams or does YouTube. So like Scump, Enable, Octane, they all like retired and well, quote unquote retired, and then started streaming.
Yeah, they saw the way out. They were like, I gotta get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get out of this shithole.
Speaking of dead games.
Yeah, let's move.
Overwatch 2. I just saw this before the podcast.
I forgot this game existed.
Aired. Yeah, I know. Season 10's out, dude. I gotta play this.
Oh, fuck.
Venture, I guess she's in the new hero. Interesting.
Shit.
But I want to point out that this game still has overwhelmingly negative reviews all time, and then recent is mostly negative.
Yeah.
Just Overwatch 2. It's such a meme. I was hoping this game would actually be good.
Damn, that's sad. So did I. So was I. It's so sad. I mean, yeah, it's still negative as it should be. I don't know what else to say.
My favorite.
It's not a good game ever since it went to 6v6.
Yeah, my favorite thing is in this trailer for the season 10. It's like new battle pass skins. That's like one of their features they're adding, or one thing that they want to show off.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing they show off is new shop skins.
Oh my god, dude! They wanted to put that one first, right? You know they wanted to put the shop skins first,
yeah.
And they just couldn't. Marketing was like, don't do it.
Yeah. Bro, they made Orisa look like Eve from Wally, bro. Yeah.
Oh god, that's cursed.
I mean, they added this new game mode, Clash. It looks like that one game mode. It's like that one game mode from TF2 where there's like 5 flags, and then you kind of have to push the enemy team into their base, and then they push back. Yeah. I forget the name of it, but it looks like there's 5 points that you have to capture.
Oh lord!
And it looks like you go back and forth, kind of.
Okay.
I mean, it seems interesting, but
could be, but sounds a little too late.
Yeah. Dang.
I don't know. I'm just brutal about it. I don't know what to tell you.
It's a dead game.
I just do it differently, baby.
Yeah.
I just do it differently. I just do it.
You want to move on to our next story?
Yeah. This game looks cute. What is it? I'm not entirely sure, but it looks adorable. Ben or Kirby. Oops, exposed. Doxed.
Real name.
He found this game like literally like 5 seconds before we started this. It says it's free to download.
Yeah. It's in early access.
It's from the creators of Journey. It looks like a very similar game. Honestly, it looks awesome. Now, I thought Sweet Baby Inc. helped with Journey. Or no, maybe not.
I have no idea. But I know this game, a lot of people have been waiting for it on PC because it's actually it was a mobile game, and then it came to console, I believe, last year, and then this year it's finally coming to PC. And
yes, Sweet Baby Inc. did help with Journey.
It's a MMO RPG, or I'm sorry, I think it's just an MMO, but it looks very cute, and it's in sort of the same style as Journey. Whenever I first saw it, I was like, this looks like something from that sort of same arts.
Why is it free?
Style. I don't know. I don't know how they make money from it, dude. But it looks very cute.
Apparently, free game where you chase people around with a candle, begging to be their friend while they run away.
Damn. Sounds like real life.
Damn. Someone says, I can't tell if someone's memeing or not. Oh, but they said the cosmetics, there are cosmetics that you can grind for and buy. And they're horrible to get.
Oh. Oof.
So I guess that's why it's free. They're making money from selling it. I'm sure Sweet Baby Inc. was like, guys, we need to make a game that's free. That way there's equity and inclusion. So make a free game. Otherwise we're going to cancel you on Twitter.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Well, Sweet Baby helped with Journey. So I bet you they helped with this too. But that might just be me making stuff up. That might be me making stuff up. Which I do like to do because it's funny.
I did not think of that. I forget.
Yeah. And I don't know.
Sometimes forget about Sweet Baby.
It's probably a good thing. Oh, what happened to my story? Oh, did you get rid of it? Did you not want to do it?
No, what was the story? I don't think I got rid of it.
Oh, about Sakurai?
Oh, yeah, wait, where did that go?
Damn, he's deleting my stories, bro.
I didn't mean to. I think the line showed up in the Google Doc, and then I got rid of the line because it looked bad.
Okay.
Not yours.
Well, I will definitely try this game, Sky Children Light. It looks cute. In other news, I think a final story, a good one to wrap it up on, a wholesome one. Sakurai,
yeah.
Masahiro Sakurai has a YouTube channel called, it's like Game Design with Masahiro Sakurai, or like Masahiro Sakurai Thoughts on Games. I can probably find it, but I think he had a video go up on his channel about his favorite year in gaming. Oh, it's Masahiro Sakurai on creating games. There it is.
Yeah.
Here it is. The 1986, the year of legend, as he calls it. And it looks like he forces Nintendo editors to make this for him. But he mentions things like Legend of Zelda, Dragon Quest, Gunbear Gaimon. I actually know about that one. There's a bunch of games in here I don't know about. Metroid, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania, Kid Icarus. There are a bunch of games that he's Super Mario Bros, Xanic, Fantasy Zone. But yeah, I mean, there are just a ton of games. I don't know if we agree, because that wasn't really our year of gaming, but it seems cool. What do you think of that year?
I mean,
old ass year.
These are some classics, but
coping.
For their time they were great, I'm sure, but nowadays it's
kind of cringe, right?
Yeah, it's a little. Sakurai's showing that he's a boomer. I don't know.
It's boomer. It'd be boomer hours down here, boys.
Also, did he work on any of these games?
Because
I know he worked on Kirby, but that's.
I thought he worked on Kid Icarus, but I might be wrong.
I know he worked on the later Kid Icarus ones.
But maybe not this year. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just go fuck mine. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Seems cool. I don't have much to say. Those games sucked. They were simple. They're fun for like 5 minutes nowadays, but they sucked. I hate to tell them they suck. Okay? That's a fact. Although the games that I like suck too. Donkey Kong 64. The Legend of Zelda is kind of an exception because it's new. Breath of the Wild, but yeah, so I can't really talk, but Sure, that's pretty cool. I like to hear his opinion on it because he is a wholesome Nintendo boy through and through, and I like that.
I mean, yeah, I know. I know games that we played back in the day, like Mario Sunshine, were not that great. I think
our childhood was a lie.
Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is alright, and then, I don't know what other games. But yeah, I mean, most of the games that we grew up playing also, for their time were great, but nowadays I don't think they.
Yeah, they're not too good anymore.
They held up. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, I don't got any more hot takes. Just big balls.
Oh. Alright, well.
Idiot.
Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast episode.
I do, yeah. We do.
See you later. Peace.
See ya.